actually, he made his fake name Jeff because he's actually Steve Jackson.
Interesting.
He's the guy that made Munchkin.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
But he tweeted us with a question. When you used to wrestle, did you like... Oh, God damn it. He knows he was a wrestler. And now he wants to talk about wrestling all the time.
Then that's great. Like, okay, we can figure this out. We can keep cutting because this is the easy part, right?
Yeah. So this is a tweet from Jeff Jackson, a fake name.
Yeah.
You know what it could be?
What?
His wrestling name.
Ooh, what's his wrestling name?
His wrestling name is the Ayatollah of Crap. You know why?
Why?
Because he sucks at wrestling.
What?
Is this horrible still?
Yeah, that's okay.
It's bad.
God damn
Do
it.
something better than that.
Damn it.
Kyle, be creative.
God damn it.
Just be creative on the fly. Make everything perfect right now.
What's his favorite game?
I don't know.
Okay, then do something that's funnier to rip on, because the ones that you are the funniest are the ones that you just like do on the fly, and you're just like
You're trying too hard, is what she's saying.
Don't roll your eyes at me.
Well, I mean, I could do someone from Hobbs.
Yeah.
Are you gonna do Dustin?
No, God no, God no.
Come on.
Why? Is Dustin gonna beat you up?
No, Dustin.
Dustin couldn't beat up anybody. I could fart him into submission.
We could beat Justin.
I don't think so. I think he'll probably take it. I
No,
don't
he
think
got hit
he'll take
by
it
a
well.
duck the other day.
Who did?
Justin.
Oh yeah, on his
His
bike
bicycle.
ride. You could relate it to Fabio getting hit in the nose with a goose on Apollo's chariot.
There you go.
Gardens.
Do that.
So, our tweet is from Justin.
Ooh, Justin.
Lois L.
Lois
Lewis L. He actually goes by @JLo,
At J-Lo.
which is actually true.
Aw.
I was recently bicycling.
He does have a big butt.
Do you have any advice for me since you're wearing a helmet? What kind of helmet I can wear? Because I got hit in the face by a swan.
So, if you were smarter, you would have had one of these helmets on.
Yes.
Because these have beer that go to your mouth, and it protects from geese.
Yes.
Scientific fact.
Scientific fact. A lot of people think we make these up.
No.
That really happened.
We
He really did. get
Really
hit
did make
by
that
a
up.
Swan riding a bicycle.
Swan
But
or
they-
goose?
Something.
Swoos?
Something.
Fabio said.
He got hit in the face.
You know what? Fabio got hit in the face, and everyone agrees that even bloodied as hell, pretty handsome.
Pretty handsome.
Pretty handsome. So
So-
Justin,
Yeah.
assume he's still pretty
We'll
handsome.
send you one of these in the mail.
Get you a wet head. Protection net.
All right. So now we're on to our last
do it.
game. Something's going to happen here soon.
Oh,
Wait. Why am I leaking?
Pull it, Kyle.
No! I win!
Karen has to shop.
Anyway, we're going to talk about... You all right there?
huh?
We're going to talk about...
I'm perfect. I'm covered in Pabst-Blue Ribbon. This is my natural habitat.
Unfortunately, he's got that job interview right now.
Oh,
Edinburgh goes okay.
huh? No, fuck a towel.
Cow. So last game we're talking about, this guy, what's his name? Somebody from the audience. From the audience. Kenneth
Kenneth
Steffenfeld.
Steffenfeld.
I'm not saying he's the greatest of all time, but he's the greatest of all time.
He's the goat.
He's the
King of the mountain.
GOAT. Aquasphere, underrated. Came out 2014. Plays 2 to 4 players like every Steffenfeld game ever.
I think that this one actually got like really overshadowed
Yeah.
because of the stuff he made like before and then
And he
after.
themed it. I think the theming
It's so themed.
I think it threw off people. It looks gorgeous, like beautiful. It's a programming game, so you're actually programming some moves ahead, going into your little cube under the ocean to do some research and fight some octopus. I don't know if you actually fight the octopus or collect the octopus, but
You contain them.
you contain
them.
They're the rats from all those other games. They give you negative points. But it's very cool where you're buying all these special things. You're moving around the board. Time is a resource in this.
I will say that is really the distinguishing feature
Yes.
between this game and a bunch of other Steffenfeld games is because time is like a commodity in and of itself. People can really be pacing themselves on different ways.
Yes.
But again, like with most Steffenfeld games, the end was super tight. Even though people were going all over the place, doing different things,
And it
type
has a
game.
cool little mechanic where there's like a tech tree almost, where you're
Mm-hmm.
moving up it, and those are the different things you can do, and they change every round. So if I really need to fight some octopus, but I really need to come over here and get some more time,
Mm-hmm.
if they're on separate sides, I may not be able to do both.
Right.
So it's a very cool placement of these tiles and how the game is different every time.
And if I'm not mistaken, it's about what? I think it's 5 to 6 rounds.
6 rounds, I
I
think.
think it's 6 rounds. You're playing it about an hour and a half, and you can really kind of almost see most of the game ahead of you, like
Yeah.
with most stuff on Feld games. However, this was one of those games that, like in our one of our previous episodes about jerky games, Aquasphere almost was one of my jerky games because you can go into other people's spaces and knock them out of spaces, which I felt, even though it's
And you
not a
stick 'em in the
major
closet.
component, even though it's not a major component, it's still pretty aggressive for a Euro.
Yeah. Yeah, well, because you're robots on the ship. You're not even real. You're programming these
submarines and robots, yeah.
And so if somebody goes into the room, your robot gets shoved in the closet.
Right.
And then when there's so many things in the closet, they get sent back, and you got to get them out, which is a pain in the neck. So you lose points because everything's points because
Right.
it is Stefan Feld.
And because of that, like that mechanic really can be the difference between 1 to 5 points, which
Yeah.
can be a pretty big spread. So that mechanic in this, even though it's not one of the major components, it really can make or break the game.
Yeah, it's one of my top 5 Felds. I love it. It's
Top 5.
Top 5.
Really?
Yeah, barely. It's 5.
Okay.
But
Just in there.
that's in there. But
Just
it is.
in there.
Probably his most underrated good game.
That I can agree with, because I don't really see a lot of, pizzazz, about like a bunch of his other games. But this one's definitely like a solid one. Really well themed. It's on sale all the time because it's pretty underrated.
At
25,
TMG.
30 bucks.
TMG, so it's a pretty good price. Their
25,
stuff.
30 bucks.
Yeah.
Like,
Great game, great components.
Get it if you like Feld.
Looks beautiful for a Feld game. It's beautiful looking.
It has that same very poppy, just, a lot of yellow, blues, greens, reds, like really poppy colors.
No browns.
Not a lot of browns. Reminds me of a lot of the color scheme of Oracle of Delphi. I mean, I said it right.
So that's the episode for this week. Let's do some shout outs. Dr. Pulley.
Don't we want to do final thoughts?
Oh, yeah.
And Cameron has to do his losing
Yeah, he's
challenge.
got
He
a
has to
shotgun.
Oh, yeah. Well, we do. Okay. We're still talking
So,
about
final thoughts.
final thoughts. Great art.
Great art. Pretty actually decent components. Everything's
Yeah.
made of wood. The little octopus meeples are pretty cute. The little submarine things are pretty cute. It's a cute game.
Yeah. And there's some interaction. It's definitely not a solo feeling type game where I'm just doing my own
It is
little
not
thing.
solo.
You're running around the board interacting with other people. Lots of fun. Highly recommend Stefan Feld.
Good Feld game. Get your Felducation on.
All right, so the punishment for this week, we will start getting that ready. He's got a shotgun as one of his favorite drinks. Oh, could you?
Oh,
Could
God.
you,
You know what? I'm super sorry.
Could you?
Super sorry. Presumptuous.
Yeah, could you?
Presumptuous.
This is
Because Kyle won this challenge. Here's the award.
for the first time.
For the first time in a long
I
time.
win this award. I want to thank everybody out there. I want to thank these little pieces of plastic. How many left? 2?
3.
3.
Are you gonna pull?
Oh, that was the one.
Oh, no, you can't do that.
I didn't lose.
Okay, you gotta get away from that though, so I can get like a.
And if you're gonna shotgun it, you go.
That one did a lot more than I thought it was.
Yeah, it's a lot more. And that was dripping on me the whole time, so I really didn't think it was going to be a lot.
We only have 1 minute left of cell, or like
Okay.
battery.
I'm doing it.
Go.
Okay.
Oh, that's such a hard punishment for him. Like that. Ah, not good. All right, put it back on us real quick.